Jillian Michaels has been on a complete tear against wokeness, and this has led to some really great appearances and interview segments on television. And of course, that's exactly what we're going to see today with her appearance over here on CNN, where she completely schools the entire panel on Donald Trump's review of the Smithsonian Museums and Institutes. Before we get this clips, don't forget to like and comment on this video so we can break to the algorithms.
And let me say this, just for white people, like, like y'all, like why are y'all so goddamn stupid? Like why y'all have to be so stupid and ignorant and wrong and rude and disgusting? Like you don't have to be like this. No, listen, and can I just say this? You notice they only got a problem with our shit. Right? We want to talk about slavery, put it in museums or whatever. They got a problem with it. Anything black, they got a fucking issue with it. Oh shit, it's just too woke. DEI. Oh my God. They always got a problem with us. Nobody gives a, listen, can I say this to white folks? I want this to be very, very clear. The majority of black people, we don't care about you. We don't worry about you like you worry about what we are doing. If you just mind your business and maybe shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You probably wouldn't have issues with black people. But like I said, you don't know how to mind your business. But anyway, let's move on.
He's gone into the Smithsonian. He's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with dear leader and what the MAGA.
Can we address some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being
slavery.
reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that we could talk about.
Okay.
Like
He's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not.
He's not. No.
Okay.
He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single.
First of all, nobody's saying that. And let me understand something. You know what's really actually bothering me about this shit with white folks? Is that we didn't own y'all in America. I don't give a fuck. Let me be very, very clear, because I know what type of shit she get, this road that she get ready to go down, and it's starting to irritate me that people keep bringing this shit up. I don't give a fuck about how other countries enslaved their own. All I care about is putting the truth out of how people in this country enslaved their own. We wasn't even supposed to be here. Y'all can't got us. Y'all people can't got us. Now that we got rights, now we want to speak about it and educate people. Now y'all got a problem with it. Well, we didn't own slaves. Nobody gives a fuck. What's the problem of talking about slaves? You ain't own none, so what you worrying about it? Listen, the only reason white people get upset about even talking about slavery, they can come out all they want. I didn't own no slave. Nobody asked you that. You know why they got a problem with it? Because they feel somewhere, somehow, they're guilty. They feel guilty somehow. I can't tell you why, but a part of them feel guilty for some shit that they keep claiming that they didn't own slaves. They're not racist. But so, what are you upset about? What are you offended by? What are you so uncomfortable with? If you're not a racist, you didn't own slaves, so why are you so uncomfortable about even talking about slavery or having it even in the museums? What's appropriate? What the you mean what's appropriate? First of all, it's always appropriate to talk about slavery in this country. We don't get to ignore fucking history because you're uncomfortable. And let me say this to stupid racist white folks. You think black people are so comfortable of talking about slavery? Listen, as one black person from the community, I don't even like watching slave movies. I can't watch Jingo. And it ain't the worst slavery movie I've seen. Like, I'm not talking about like it wasn't a good movie, but as far as the brutality of it, it wasn't even the worst. I get mad uncomfortable when I watch some slavery shit. But I don't even watch it no more because the shit down there makes me cry. And then it angers me. And then I cry. And then I get angered again. Never sad, fucking angry. So I don't even watch this shit. But let's just be real. Black people do not wake up thinking every white person is a racist, or we out to get white people to make them feel bad or guilty or uncomfortable. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all like that. Y'all care more about us than we ever gave a fuck about y'all. Ever. In American history. You cared more about us than we ever cared about y'all from the beginning of this, from the beginning of this shit to now. We don't care about y'all like that. You're just mad. You get uncomfortable because black people have voices now. And that's why y'all uncomfortable. That's why y'all mad. You get upset because we call y'all out on y'all bullshit. And I'm not talking about all white folks. They know who I'm talking about, the racist ones. The ones that pretend that they ain't racist. When in broad daylight we can see your racism. We can hear it. We can feel that shit. That's what's special about black folks. We can feel that shit. Don't tell us what the fuck. Never mind. Let's move on.
It does. Well, let's talk about the fact that when you look at
Let's talk about the fact that slavery in America was.
Do you know that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
It was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that slavery is
Man, let me explain something. I don't give a fuck how many percent of black people or white people own slaves. Did you understand? Regardless if the rest of the white folks didn't own slaves, they was killing black people. They was at Klan rallies. Okay? They didn't do shit about it. They didn't fight back to Abraham Lincoln and them. Okay? Now, let me throw another thing out there too, because I don't give a fuck. Do you understand in the Constitution they had black people less than a human being? 1/5 of a human being or something like that. We couldn't drink we couldn't drink in water fountains. We couldn't even, our people couldn't even go in white neighborhoods. We couldn't shop at the same stores. We couldn't eat in the same restaurants. I don't give a fuck about how many people own slaves or the percentage. They own slaves. And all your ancestors benefited from it. And so have you. That's why we say a lot of y'all got white privilege. You think we just mad about slavery, motherfucker? Did you know after slavery, we still got mistreated? When they told us they was going to get us 40 acres in the middle, they lied to us. Lincoln and them lied to us. Do you know who did get 40 acres in the middle? You know who got reparations, really? White folks, white racists, the Confederates that owned slaves. Then we still wasn't, a lot of us still wasn't even free in the South. What are you talking about? You forgot about Black Wall Street? Man, did you forget about Jim Crow? Huh? Did you forget about redlining? Did you forget about all that? You acting like black people. Let me just. People, we ain't even been free that long. Our people been more oppressed, more than we've been somewhat free. Okay? Because regardless if you're not a slave, you still can't vote. You couldn't do this. You couldn't drink out of water fountain. You couldn't get this. You couldn't get that. People, we was never free. Even after the Civil War, we still wasn't free. We still was getting hold down. But listen, let me tell y'all something. Black people just started getting some money. And that was in the 90s. Do y'all forget what they did to the black community? The American government. They put crack cocaine in our communities and destroyed them bitches. And destroyed our mothers and fathers and aunts, uncles, grandparents. They fucked communities up by putting crack cocaine in every black community. The CIA did that. People, we just started getting some money. We just started getting money in the 90s, people. Do y'all understand we have more black billionaires and millionaires than we ever had since we've been in this country in the last 30 years? Do y'all understand that? I mean, do people understand what Giuliani did in New York? That stop and frisk shit, locking black people up that was working 9-to-5 jobs and making them lose their careers and jobs. Do y'all understand that shit? That was in the 90s. I don't give a fuck what any white person talk about. They don't listen. I don't give a fuck. You can't tell me shit. Like I said, if I call you a racist, I don't give a fuck if you tell me you're not one. I wouldn't care because I'm not just automatically calling you a racist because we disagree. I watch your behavior. I watch how you treat people, and I watch and I listen to what you say. That's all I can go off of. So if I call you a fucking racist, I stand on it. And I don't give a fuck how much you tell me you got a black daughter, you adopted a black little girl. Nobody gives a fuck. We know that you can't do black hair. Think about how she's raising that little black girl. Jillian Michaels, whatever the fuck her name is. Imagine. This is the craziest shit. This bitch is a white woman. She's gay. And she has a black daughter that she adopted. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Them conservatives don't like you, bitch. You worse than Candace Owens, really? The men don't like you just for two reasons, because you're gay. One, you're gay, and you're a woman. People, I can't make this shit up. Right? What you getting, enough ice cream? No, I get some chips. Okay. If it ain't It's some you got popcorn in the back. Yeah, it's back in the cabinet in the back.
Okay, thank
You got popcorn back there and Fritos, I think. Listen, man. Racist people, you can't have it both ways. If you don't want black people around, fine. Right? Like we'll be okay on our own. Like you keep acting like we need y'all. We don't need y'all. We don't even want a lot. Listen, and this ain't for all white folks. This is to the racist ones. Listen, if we segregated again, listen, let's split the country down. I actually like segregation. I don't want to be around people I have to continue to keep watching 24/7 to see if they fucking racist. I want to live amongst people that I ain't got to walk around and you gotta watch that motherfucker. I don't want to do that. Like, we're okay. Like, we don't need you motherfuckers. You keep acting like we need y'all. Y'all need us. And listen, like I said, it's going to prove that y'all need us. Because, see, when you kick all the Mexicans out, just like Trump thought, he thought, oh, ain't nobody from the inner city, which he was talking about people that live in the black community, in the hoods, right? Oh, we tried. I tried. The farmers people tried. That's what we was talking about. And they just won't come work there. And we won't. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Simba, take your ass back in there. Go sit down. Shit. Go sit your ass down somewhere, man. I don't know if you ate the day or not. I'll find out later if you ate. She might have fed you a cane. That's why you still sitting there and tripping. You need some more food and shit, but you too greedy and shit. You greedy. You eat all that damn food and throw up because you just. And then we switch your food. Nah, man. This nigga, my cat crazy, man. My motherfucking cat crazy, man. This nigga, we had him on hard food. This nigga, he's so damn greedy. He'll scoff down the whole motherfucking thing without chewing it. So it fucked his throat up. So he was throwing up and shit. He kept throwing up because the shit was eating. But this nigga, man. And then we switched it to the soft. We got him some canned food. And then this nigga, he overeats. Like, he don't just eat a little bit and come back later. Yo, he just go there and go crazy. And now he walk around and shit. Every time you move to go somewhere, this nigga move because he looking for you to give him some food because we had to cut his food down because he wind up throwing up again because the nigga don't just, I don't know, man. Nigga greedy, man. Nigga greedy, man. We should have called that nigga Garfield. And he don't do shit and all he do is eat. And all the nigga do is sleep, fuck up shit, and what I say, eat, sleep, and fuck up shit. That's all he do. I gotta buy some new kitchen mats and shit because this nigga sitting there with his goddamn paws and shit, rip the goddamn shit all up. So I'll probably look for something tomorrow. But matter of fact, I'll let my wife do that shit. Anyway, people. But Yeah, man. I don't listen. I just my honest opinion. I don't think black people should be like having conversations with white folks about racism no more. Like, because if they don't see the racism, they don't hear the racism, they're not educated in the history of this country about racism and slavery and all that, then it's not our responsibility. And I said that shit about the Mexicans. Like, what they going through. We tried to tell y'all. Like, so we're not getting out there. We're not explaining ourselves why we're not coming out there no more, or why we not defending what's going on with y'all. We don't like what's going on with y'all, especially definitely the kids. But that's not for us to be. Y'all need to learn a lesson of y'all status in the country. Right? You thought you was above the niggas. So we had to take a step back. We ain't gonna get all crazy, start talking crazy about y'all. We let the white supremacists show y'all how much that y'all ain't even above us in this country. Because you're not. And black people don't even look at it like that, but you made it very, very clearly in the last election. So we're not even trying to prove a point. We're just letting y'all figure out why we told y'all so. We ain't trying to prove a point because the point is already getting proved. We don't have to prove a point. All we sitting around is y'all fucking around and y'all finding out. You thought you was better than black folks. You thought you was with them white folks. And the white folks is telling you, you're not really with us. So, you on your own. And listen, and this go for the racist people. I need y'all to really genuinely understand, goddammit. I need y'all to genuinely understand this. White folks, it ain't our responsibility to educate y'all on racism and bigotry and history of this country of how black people been oppressed. And if you call us woke, a lot of us ain't even that woke. But I'm woke. I'm good with you calling me woke. I'm okay with that. I know you just calling me a nigga. But for me, I'm good with woke. I'm good with DEI. You know why? Because DEI helps all races of people. And I'm good with that. It helps my people, but it helps everybody else. I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck what y'all call us no more. You don't even offend me no more. I just get tired of y'all speaking on us. We don't give a fuck. Y'all go ahead and change all that shit y'all want to be white, to make yourself feel better about yourself. Y'all are the most insecure race in this country. White folks. I don't give a fuck if you're good or bad, but y'all are the most insecure race in the country. You motherfuckers have the numbers. You get the jobs. You get everything, but you just so like you have no self-esteem because your whole race and your whole history of your race is off the backs of black folks and other minority groups, mainly black folks. And that's why you're so insecure. That's why everything bothers you. Oh, the race. We talk about race. The whole number racist. Oh my God, you can call me a racist. Oh my God. Like, okay, man. Like I said, as long as y'all defend racism, I'm going to continue to call you racist. That's just how I stand. I'm not sitting here giving a fuck no more. Like, you're not going to do that to me. Shout out to my brother Big D in the building. First of all, Big D, that's bullshit. Everybody in here, everybody in this country right now benefited off of slavery. Even if they didn't own slaves. They listen, this is generations of shit. We built the goddamn country. So you telling us, let me explain something. If we don't deserve reparations, right? Why the fuck did we get the Jews reparations after what Hitler did what he did? After the Holocaust. We damn sure gave them reparations. We didn't own no fucking Jews. We didn't enslave them. But we gave our taxpayer money to the Jews. So for you as a black person to say some bullshit like that or even think that is stupid. It's a stupid ass thing to even think. Did you forget that even back in the day when we were supposed to get reparations, some type of reparations, they never gave it to us. But you know who got it? The slave owners. And then when black people built a fucking community where we said, fuck y'all, we wouldn't even worry about the 50 acres in the move. We was building our own shit. You know what they did? They burnt our shit down. So as a black person, that's the stupidest shit you can ever say in your life. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. They owe us. It ain't what we want. It ain't what we need. It's what they owe. The fuck are you talking about? Motherfuckers forget Tulsa, Oklahoma was getting big, where black people was coming from the north to come down to the south and give to the black communities. But they burnt that bitch down once the white people figured that out. So what are you talking about, bro? Or we, as a black man, I don't think we should pay it. We pay. Listen, let me ask you a question. This then, as a taxpayer, you know that you spend money on the police to beat the shit out of black people. You pay money for that. Okay, let me break down another thing. You pay taxpayer money to Israel, and we don't get nothing back from Israel. We give them billions every year, and we don't get nothing back for them billions. Fuck are you talking about? You're talking about $11 million a day. What the hell are you talking about? We don't, as a black man, I don't think we deserve we should get reparations. That's us now. You pay for stupid shit now, don't you? That you probably don't believe in paying, but you pay it, don't you? The fuck are you talking about? Oh, I can't stand when some black people say stupid shit like that. Like you don't even know what the fuck half of the time your taxpayer money go to. But you got to know, I don't want to pay for reparations. Fuck out of here with that. And then you black at that. That shit is stupid. That's some stupid shit to say. I ain't calling you stupid. I'm just saying that's some stupid shit to say. That's all I'm saying. Motherfucking, we pay for all types of fucked up shit that happened to black people, and you motherfuckers just sitting there, I don't think we should pay it. Well, what the fuck? No, let me move on, man. People make me angry, bro. Shout out to my brother LT in the building. What up, Al? Listen, hey, man. The thing is, I always tell white people are good because they had generations of this shit. They know how to hide their racism. So they probably be mad nice to you, or you probably get along with them, and you probably see more from the Hispanics. But like I told you, the Hispanics, a lot of times, even the Mexicans, they already come with bullshit. I told y'all this before. A lot of them, they come from a country where they already been oppressed by people that look like them, right? And it ain't black Latinos there, or black Cubans, or black Mexicans. There's black Mexicans there. And they mistreat the dark-skinned ones, the black ones, differently in their own home countries in Mexico and Cuba. So I'm not even shocked that when you see a lot of them motherfuckers over here now acting like they're better than us, being racist to us, being bigots. It doesn't shock me. That's why that's why I'm trying to figure out why is some of the Latino community, the Mexican community, upset that black people ain't out protesting with them. I'm trying to figure out why they upset. You can't be mad at black folks. I'm just saying. But shout out to my brother LT in the building. Shout out to Weezy in the building. Listen, man. I already said this, man. I put this shit, the last election showed me that we need to stick to our own black people. As black Americans, we need to stick to us. Now, all them other motherfucking so-called black folks that, I'm from the islands and all that other shit, you from the islands over there. Okay, when you in the island, you in Africa and them different continents, Jamaica, you over there with that shit. But when you come over here, you are a nigga. You are a black person. And you need to ride with the people that look like you. But like I said, y'all proved us that we gotta take a step back from y'all motherfuckers too. So don't ask black people shit. Don't ask us, don't get upset at us anymore. Because at this point, we don't give a fuck. We gonna treat the ones that's good. The rest of you motherfuckers, you don't like us? We don't give a fuck. You're on your own. Like, this shit ain't complicated for me. Like, it's not. I don't feel any way. Like, I don't feel any guilt or like, oh, damn, that's fucked up what's happening. I don't. I've been past that shit. I got over how feeling bad. They on their own. They go to all the races of people. You think you're better than black Americans? You're on your own. You ain't got to worry about us. You ain't got to worry about us. Because we ain't going to worry about y'all. I don't got time for that shit. I don't got time for these stupid ass people. They want to come over here and think they better than us. Okay, cool. Like I said, who you think was fighting for the Haitians and shit when the Haitians came over here and they was talking about, when Trump talking about they over there eating cats and dogs and shit. Who you think was standing up for y'all? That was us. Black Americans. We was offended by that shit. Because y'all was supposed to be our people. But we come to find out, y'all think different than us. Y'all think y'all better than us. Okay. Well, we don't got to speak up for you no more. You see how that works? Talk shit about us for years, decades even. And you motherfucker, and now some of y'all different races of people, y'all are offended? Appalled that black people ain't getting out and rocking with y'all? Black Americans? Okay, cool. Say what you want. We cool. Yo, we cool. Let's move on.
White people were
Do you know
the slave
who
owners.
in
was
American-
the first race
I
to
didn't
try
realize
to
this was
end slavery?
controversial. Okay.
Well, what's controversial?
I'm very
This
surprised
is
that
an
you're trying
extraordinary
to.
exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that?
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate.
Jiffy Lube's fast
Goddamn
15-minute
commercial.
oil change service is even faster than Joey Logano getting an auto.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that?
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and
I'm
who
not.
was
What I'm
I
trying
mean,
to tell you
in
is
the
that
context of American history,
okay.
in the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by
What I'm
saying
saying
that
is you
it was white
cannot-
people oppressing black people?
every single thing is like, oh no, this is all because white people bad. And that's just not.
First of all, man, that's how you think. See, the problem is, let me just say this about white people. You can't speak for us. That's how you feel. You can't speak for black people. What black person you know said that? All white people bad. White people bad. Is it the majority of black people? Is it some of us? Is it a certain percentage? Is it 5, 10%? Let us know who the black people you're talking to. We ain't not, listen, let me put it this way. White people, if we was on a lot of y'all type of time, y'all definitely wouldn't like us. Imagine we treated y'all the way y'all treat us. We don't want y'all around. What you doing in our neighborhoods? Like, just imagine that shit. We don't want to sit at the same tables with you motherfuckers. We don't want to be in the same atmosphere as you motherfuckers. Imagine that. We don't treat y'all that way, so stop it. Stop trying to act like y'all some type of fucking victims. Nobody said all white people. But don't get this misconstrued. The system that we all live under, even your white racist ass Julianne, is a white supremacy system. The Constitution is racist. Everything, the laws, everything is racist. It was always against black people. Ain't nothing really changed that much. Bitch, you probably wouldn't feel comfortable even coming out saying you was a lesbian if it wasn't for the civil rights era, you goofy bitch. Remember that. Even getting married. You probably listen, back in the day, bitch, let you try to adopt a black child. They'd have murdered you, bitch. They probably have killed you just for being gay. So listen, stop trying to act like you speak for black people. If that's your opinion, well, you stupid. Because I don't know how many black people you're talking to that actually blames all white people for slavery. Nobody blamed all white people. But I'll tell you this, it was about 99% of you motherfuckers or your ancestors back in the day was racist. It didn't mean, it doesn't matter they didn't own slaves or all of them owned slaves, but they damn sure was racist. They damn sure was okay with slavery. They voted for slavery. And that's like, you know what really bothers me is white women, the racist white women. Like, you wouldn't even be able to vote without black people. Do you understand that? You wouldn't have a bank account. I don't understand. And see, this is the problem when you don't speak about history and you don't put it out there like that, you get these stupid reactions from these racist ass white women. Like, you are a minority yourself. Because you're a woman. You ignorant racist bitch. They would have killed you back in the day for being gay. They would, listen, let me say something to you. If it wasn't for black people, you wouldn't even be able to walk around proudly and adopt a black little girl without getting her killed. Because they would have killed her and they would have killed you for adopting her, you goofy bitch. This is always my problem with racist white people, especially people like her. Like, what side you on? I get it. The drift is good. You making money off of being a somewhat of a bigot. You just stupid. That's why I told y'all, people, all money ain't good money. I wouldn't want to be rich if I gotta act like a buffoon. I gotta tap dance. I gotta drift the shit on my people to make it. All that shit is, you know how bad I would feel as a black person. You know how uncomfortable I would be around black people if I did shit like that? But they walk around with this arrogance. How you sell your own people out? That shit is, that angers me more than anything. But let's move on.
The truth, like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door?
First of all, are we ignoring what happened to Cuba? Like, I know they want to criticize Castro. I get that. But do y'all understand who Castro really was? They never tell you the whole truth about why everybody say Castro was oppressing people. All the motherfuckers that y'all talking about he oppressed was the motherfuckers that was mixed with a lot of that European shit. Because the European Cubans, the white ones, was over there discriminating against the dark Cubans. That's why Castro did a lot of what he did. Now, did he get a little out of hand with that shit? Yes. But they never want to talk about that. Castro back. He was oppressing white European Cubans. And he was giving more opportunities to the darker black Cubans. That's why everybody be like, oh, he was just bad. He was horrible. I get it. But don't act like we know why Castro did what he did. We can agree and disagree on it. We can agree it was bad. To some black Cubans, to some black people, Castro wasn't that bad. Some black Americans, we don't look at Castro as bad as y'all think. Especially when a lot of us actually research and actually learn who Castro, who he was overall. that I agree with some of the shit he did to the white European Jews, Cubans? No, of course not. But don't act like it wasn't a reason why he did what he did. You white Cubans don't get a fucking pass of what y'all was doing to black Cubans over there. And that goes to the Mexicans. Like you Mexicans think y'all white Mexican Spanish, right? White European Spanish motherfuckers, right? Okay. Do you know they mistreat black Mexicans over there in those countries? They don't tell you that. That's why they hate black Americans when they get here. Because they already hate the black Mexicans that's there. It's very segregated over there. The black Mexicans don't really fuck with them like that, and they don't fuck with them. Got a little better, but yeah. Listen, people, it's the same thing with the Puerto Ricans. Same thing with the Puerto Ricans. Oh, yeah. That shit, that colorism shit is real. That shit ain't just in America. Yeah, Castro did what he did. I'm not saying he was right about a lot of shit he did, but it was a reason why Castro did what he did. I don't agree with it, a lot of it, but it was a reason for it. They don't want to talk about that shit. Nobody's saying Castro was this great person. I'm just saying that ain't all what that man did. And that wasn't the reason why he did a lot of the shit that he did to those white Cubans. Go look at Scarface. And that'll let you know everything. Because they was white Cubans. European Cubans. That thought they was better than black Cubans. Till Castro was started, he started doing what they was doing to the black Cubans. Because Castro wasn't this real dark Cuban, but he was like a little lighter than I was. Like he light like me when I'm in the summertime. I mean, when I'm in the wintertime. That's how Castro looked. He wasn't really that light, but he wasn't that dark. But he was more of, he sided with the black. And that's why Castro did a lot of shit that he did. They don't never want to talk about that. They just want to talk about all the horrible shit he did. They don't want to tell you why Castro did what he did, the horrible shit that he did to the white European Cubans. Because they was doing that same shit to the black Cubans. That's why Castro did what he did. I ain't got to lie about that. Look it up. Google that shit. I know in this country, they don't like history. Nigga, you listen, if you think I'm lying, even on The View, they had to correct some shit. They was bigging up Castro on certain shit. Because they know the truth, the real history. And that was on mainstream media. Don't let these racist ass white Cubans and these racist ass white folks in America tell you that. Listen, did Castro do some fuck shit? Yeah. But it was a reason for it. Now, we can debate if all that shit was cool to do or not. But it was a reason. They pushed Castro to do some shit like that because he kept seeing the black Cubans getting oppressed. And that motherfucker said, when I get in that motherfucker, I'm changing that shit. He used the same tactics that they use. An eye for an eye. That's all Castro did, nigga. Now, did he go too far with that shit? Yes, of course he did. Give me 1 second, y'all. My bad, people. I'm back. Shout out to my brother Dustin in the building. Listen, man, he right. We always gotta stay on point, man. We can't let racist people throw us off. Listen, you gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention to what the fuck they doing. Like I told you, listen. You gotta know how to read the room. You know how motherfuckers say they got that third eye? Like, you gotta have that third eye. That third eye helps you read the room. Sometimes you just sit back. Listen, I told y'all that's my third eye. I can sit back and I don't have to have conversations with motherfuckers. I just watch them. I watch how they treat people. I watch how they talk to people. I watch how phony they laugh may be. Like that shit, it tells a lot. Like, listen, and no lie to you, it comes from growing up in the streets. So I can pick up certain shit that a lot of people can't pick up. But shout out to my grandmother too. You know what I mean? On my mom's side of the family. She was like that. Like she can read, like she can read the room. Everybody said that about my grandmother. I got that from her. Like, I mean, of course you give a little bit from high power, but I got a lot of that shit from my grandmother. Like, yo, she could read the room. Like, my grandma was like the realest motherfucker in the room. She had an aura when she stepped in the room, right? She was real, but she had an aura. Everybody don't have a fucking aura, bro. Everybody can't be real with themselves. Everybody can't be real all the time. Where you can be real with motherfuckers, but you ain't really trying to offend them. My grandma was like that. And that's how, like, I kind of move in a way. Like, I try to be real, and I don't want to offend people, but if I do I really care that much? It depends. But I try not to offend people when I'm being real. Because if you don't tell people the truth and how you really genuinely feel, what the fuck you talk? I mean, why does anybody want to befriend you or be your friend? But I get that shit from my grandma. My grandma was like that. My grandma, yo, she can read the room. She ain't even got to fuck with everybody. She might sit back in the back of the room, chill out, drink her motherfucking liquor, drink a beer and shit, smoke one of the Mary Janes, and sit back and watch everybody party, sit in the back and watch how everybody acting, and she know how to treat motherfuckers and how she got to move. My Aunt Willette told me that about, which was her sister. My Aunt Willette told me that. God rest her soul too. Bad part, I don't remember her. I only remember her in I had a dream. She had just passed away or something like that. And I had a dream about her. And I was probably about 3. So she died when I was very young too. I think she died when I was about 2.5 or something like that. It wasn't that long. So never met her. Let's move on.
The first thing is
you have
gay
Jillian,
flag.
you have a lot of stuff in front
Yeah, I
of
do,
you. What
because I don't,
exactly
because here's the
are
thing.
you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
Yeah,
There's
please.
one called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does not, and then it goes on to talk about how it's.
You know, another thing that's bothering me too. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what's bothering me? I don't know why. I guess this CNN has to do this shit. But I'm trying to figure out, Abby, why do you keep allowing these stupid people on your show? I know it makes for great ratings of how stupid they are and the stupid shit that they say. In a face, the stupid face expressions they make. I get it. It helps the views. I get it. But at a certain point, I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? I couldn't. Never mind. Let's move on.
Complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not
Okay.
complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's
Ma'am, your how y'all gonna talk about is basic science? Your fucking party don't even believe in science. COVID happened, and you was the people that didn't even believe in science, but now you believe in science. It's basic science, or when it comes to genders. Okay, so I'm supposed to take advice from a person when COVID killed over 1 million people in America, and you sided with a party that called COVID a hoax. I'm supposed to believe that you believe in science now. All right, man. Let's move on. Listen, that's why I said Republicans, you already lost credibility with me. So me trying to go back and forth with you to let you explain yourself or me try to explain myself to you, that shit is over. I gives less fuck. But I'm going to put you on blast of that your shit don't make no sense. And you don't have credibility to talk about science anymore. You just got one of the JFK Jr. Robert F. K. Jr. This motherfucker, he knows nothing about science. He knows nothing. This motherfucker is a conspiracy theorist. And they got him in the control of the CDC. This nigga got Dr. Fauci job. Are you fucking kidding me? Man, please, man. This motherfucker was in the water where they said it was it's basically poisoned water. He was swimming in it with his own grandkids. Listen, let me just say this too. Everybody, it's like telling me, it's like saying, oh, Kitty, you can go around and be around obey season. It ain't true. It's just in your imagination. It don't happen to me. Motherfucker, I'm allergic to obey. And just because you're not and you're fun doesn't mean that it won't affect me. And that's what COVID was. But worse. Motherfuckers can die from that. But I'm supposed to take advice from Jillian Michaels, this bitch that side with people that don't even believe in science. But now all of a sudden, she talking about science is simple now. Oh, because now because it makes your dumbass point of view. Man, get the fuck out of here. It was like a sister at the job and shit. One of my homegirls at the job. She got stung by a bee. It hurt it. I shit swelled up a little bit. But if I get stung by a bee, nigga, I gotta go to the emergency room. I got stung by a bee before. So I know I'm allergic to bees. Or at least getting stung by one, whatever's in that shit, I'm allergic to it. I will swell up. You seen the episode of Martin when he got his ass whipped by Tommy Hearns? God rest that Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns passed away, right? Yeah, he passed away. God rest his soul. Nigga, I look like Martin, nigga. I don't want to fight no more. No, I don't want to fight no more. That's one of my favorite fucking episodes, bro. But yeah, man. Like everybody reaction was different from COVID. And these motherfuckers are like, hey, but it's not real. Like, just imagine that. Well, what shit we ain't got to imagine? It happened already. They just ain't care about other people, bro. You couldn't stay in your ass in the house. Well, I gotta be outside. Let me tell y'all what black people was doing. Like real talk, we stayed our ass in the house. And if we did go fuck with people at the house, at their houses, nigga, we was outside. Or niggas better brung some shit, said they had a COVID test. Or they was wearing masks. Like we actually give a fuck about people. It was the racist ass white people who talking about they don't care. Or the stupid black people, I gotta be out there because you motherfuckers ain't got nothing else going on good in your life. You gotta be outside. Man, listen, man. Everybody seeks attention, man. That shit is crazy, man. It just depends how much attention you need. That's why I told you, there's a lot of insecure ass people in this country. A lot. But anyway, let's move on.
Sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No, but why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And it's totally
we don't. First of
partisan.
all, we don't have time to litigate
Of
all of
course
this.
we don't, because then you're
But I
gonna lose
do-
the
no,
argument.
no,
And
no.
everything is
Here's
racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Excuse
So
me.
it's like, oh, I can't believe you're trying to
Jillian,
suggest, that
just to
slavery's
be
a good
clear, you brought up race.
No,
This was a conversation about the arts,
my-
and you brought up race.
It isn't.
You
though.
brought up.
But the whole
Hold on.
point
Right.
of it-
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, racist ass white people don't even understand. They be bringing up race. Right? All the other white woman said, good white person. All she said, the other panel lady, can't remember her name, and I apologize. But all she said that Donald Trump is trying to rewrite the history of slavery. That's it. This bitch started going off on this tantrum of, oh my God, you know that it was only 2% of white people that owned slaves back in the day. The laws were still against black people, though. Black people still didn't have rights. We didn't have, like, so we still was getting mistreated by white people that didn't own slaves. They didn't try to stop it. So, because they didn't own slaves, that doesn't mean that they was racist. They went along with it. They didn't fight back. I heard a racist white person said, I heard him say it. That said, oh, it just was the law back then. That's what it's, that's just what it was. Well, what's the difference now? When we're saying, oh, well, if that was just the law back then, why y'all got a problem with DEI then? It's just the law. They put it in to try to help black and minority people. It's the law. Y'all got a problem with the law now. Okay, let's go back to the racist shit. We know damn well black people are not going to get opportunities without DEI, or other minorities without DEI. They're going to hire the most incompetent white folks. You see it, it's happening. It's happening right in front of us in Trump administration. These people ain't qualified to be there, but they loyalists. They loyal to him. They're going to do whatever he says. Motherfucker talking about, oh, DEI was discriminating against white people. How? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. They said it was discriminating against white, straight, heterosexual men. People, do y'all know that it is more successful white, heterosexual men than any other sex or race? And let me just say this too. It ain't the rest of our fault that the white, straight, heterosexual men in America, some of y'all, maybe 45% of y'all, or maybe 40 to 45%, y'all stupid. That ain't our fault. Y'all believe in a God that y'all ain't never seen a day in y'all life. Y'all still waiting for God to come back. Has he came back? Every goddamn decade, they talk about God is coming back. Yeah. I can't make this shit up. Where's they God? Where's they racist ass, bigoted, homophobe, sexist ass God? Where's he at? Why he ain't come? Oh no. Oh, he gave us Donald Trump. Okay, cool. Listen, people. Did Donald Trump come out the womb racist? No. He got raised to be a fucking evil, devil, racist motherfucker. He got raised that way because you know why? Because his mommy and daddies was racist. That's why. His daddy used to go to Klan rallies, nigga. Fuck are y'all talking about? So, no. Just like I used to be a fucking drug dealer. Did I come out to be this hood nigga, this drug dealer nigga? No. But I wound up being that. So it was my responsibility after that. Once I got there, I got enough knowledge and knew I was doing some shit wrong to change my fucking life. I'm not giving no grown ass racist a pass because they because they are not educated. I'm not giving them a pass for that. Sorry. Because they stupid. That got nothing to do with me. Listen, people, a lot of the shit that I know now, probably about 80% of what I know. I didn't know nothing about that. The shit I talk about a lot of the times, about history and all the things I'm talking about, I didn't know about none of that shit. Not even in my 20s. I learned a lot of shit that I learned in the last 14 years. When I seeked help and got my mental good. Because I was fucked up. So it wasn't nothing I could learn if my mental was fucked up. I was dealing with all the bullshit I was dealing with my past. So, like, no, I'm not giving no grown-ass racist a pass. You are a racist. I'm not taking that back. I'm not going to act like you're not that. You know better. And if you don't know better, oh, well, that's not my fucking fault. It's not my responsibility to teach you or educate you. You on your own. But let's just have a conversation about what's the conversation about? You still going to say some racist, bigoted shit? You're not going to listen. You believe what you believe. Okay. Fuck out of here, man. Let's move on, y'all.
Like the issue
You brought up slavery, and you brought up the question of whether you brought up
And
the
my
question
point-
of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is
No,
yes.
I
Slavery
did not
in the United States
don't
is
straw man my
about
argument
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are
She
you
brought
talking
up
about?
slavery, and what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every
First of all,
single
you did a straw man. Because we're talking about American history. And let me ask y'all a question. See, this is what bothers me about racist ass white folks. What race was slaves in this country? We're not talking about nobody else's country. We're talking about who was enslaved in this country. Was it the Indians? The Native Americans? Was it white folks? Was it the Italians? Was it the Jews? Was it the Mexicans, the Jamaicans, or any the Africans? Was it the Haitians, the Muslims? You name them. Oh shit. My bad, people. I apologize. I don't know what the fuck just happened. We got another storm coming. That shit always have to give me 1 second, y'all. There's no storm coming. Alexa, is another storm coming?
In Baltimore, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Tonight, you can look for mostly clear skies with a low of 70 degrees.
What the fuck is happening there? My fucking internet acting up. I don't understand that. Anyway. But yeah, I broke down all that shit. Was the Puerto Ricans slaves in America? Like, I mean, you name any, the Chinese, the Japanese, was they slaves in America? No. It was only the black people, the black Americans, that built the goddamn country. So we can't, you don't want to talk about what? Like, this ain't got nothing to do with other countries. Why are you trying to erase the black struggle? Because that's all I see. And you can't tell black people, oh, if you just keep learning, because see what it is, they don't want you to learn about your history. Because if you learn about your history, that means you're gonna feel oppressed. They send the coons out there to do that. To tell you, oh, you can't feel, you ain't no slave, you ain't been no slave, so how you oppressed? I made it, so you should make it. Yeah, okay. We all know that ain't true. Just because another black person made it or got something, doesn't mean that the next black person can get that shit. Because talent matters. Opportunity matters. And even if you get the opportunity, it doesn't mean you have the talent. So, no. Listen, people, I learned from the best killers in my family. Like, they was killers like that. They was like that in the street. Learned from the best of them. I was never them. Not glorifying that shit, but I'm just saying I was never them. And I couldn't been them. I wasn't more gangster than none of my family, a lot of my family members. A lot of my family members was way more gangster than me. Way more. My homies was made way more gangster than me. The young niggas that was younger than me, that was coming up behind me, was more gangster than me. So everybody ain't the same, bro. I was talking to one of the homies and shit at the job and shit. When dudes I actually fuck with, he around my age and shit. And he was talking about his homie was locked up for about 10 years or something. And he just came home and this nigga was getting into it with, I guess, the motherfuckers at the at the you know, what they call that shit? You know, when they come home, they can't go directly home. They gotta go a halfway house. And he started getting into them young niggas. I was like, man, hey man. I told him, I said, man, tell that nigga, man, nigga ain't no different in jail. What the fuck he thought was gonna change? The world ain't the same. This nigga been locked up for 10 years. The world ain't the same in 5 years. So you've been locked up for 10 years. The world ain't the same. Like, what the fuck are you on? Nigga, you probably got more experience with being locked up with them young niggas like that than we gotta fuck with these young niggas now. So you don't know how to act when you get out fucking with these young niggas? Keep that same jail mentality if you gonna fuck with them young niggas. Or you gotta be with them young niggas. You ain't free, nigga. If you live in a fucking halfway house, you ain't free. I don't know why niggas think that. As long as you on probation, nigga, you ain't free. Oh, I know that shit. Nigga, I was on that shit for at least a good 5 years. 4 years. I was on it for 4 years because I did so well and shit. The motherfucking probation officer was like, you good. And it helped that I was with my girl. I mean, I was with my wife at the time. She's my girl at the time, but you know, she seen I was progressing, doing better and shit. Like she's like, you don't need to come out here. Everybody vouching for me and he good. Like, you know, it's like we don't need him on that no more. And I wasn't getting in trouble. So it helped. I got on probation mad early. I think I got on probation at least a year and a half early. It was something like that. It was like a year and a half early or 2 years. But yeah, man, I said, man, tell that nigga, man, don't sit there and bullshit that nigga. That nigga, the fuck you mad at them young niggas? Them young niggas like that, they like that in jail. Nigga, they even worse out here because of some fact that nigga, they got a little freedom. They think they got freedom, but they don't. Especially if they doing stupid, dumb, goofy street shit. You niggas, listen. I always told y'all. I never felt comfortable selling dope. I was never comfortable. Always felt like I was being controlled. Even when I worked 9 to 5 jobs, I always felt like I was controlled. Like all my little business or whatever, like my root shit, I still felt controlled. I don't feel controlled now. I work when I want to work. I do what I want to do, nigga. I live my life, bro. I don't stress about shit. I don't move on the same beat as other motherfuckers. I don't do it. I move the way the fuck I move. This is the first time I ever actually genuinely felt free of just doing what I do and loving myself. Like, honestly. In these last, 3 years, like, I genuinely don't give a fuck about shit that people really care about. I really genuinely move the way the fuck I want to move. I ain't got to move because I got to move because of this and I got to move because of that. Nah, I move the way I fucking want to move. I don't give a fuck who get mad, who get upset. Like, I genuinely don't. Of course, I care about people. I want to look out for people and shit like that, but and don't want to offend people and shit like that. But nah, man, I'm not in that space. I don't care about shit that people care about, man. And this is the first time in the last 3 years that I felt this way. I genuinely, in the last 3 years, I've been feeling this way. Like, so I don't really care. That's why, like, I tell people this all the time. Like, I love my family, but I got to stay away from them. I love a lot of my homies and shit like that, and a lot of people, you know, that I thought loved me and cared about me. I gotta stay away from them. My mental good. Like, yo, my mental been in the best mental it ever been in the last 3 years. My mental was always fucked up. Always, like, felt like I had to prove myself to family, even to my family. I was like, yo, I don't gotta prove nothing to you motherfuckers. And the crazy shit about motherfuckers call me when they in some fuck shit. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck am I still trying to prove something? I'm not proving nothing, nigga. I'm not the gangster no more. I'm not the nigga that you call every time you need money. I'm not that dude. Don't call me. You call, listen, my family, listen, you gotta call me without the money. Don't always need something from me. When I call them motherfuckers, I call them because I missed them. I ain't heard from them in a while. Ain't never about no money. That's how I know, like that's how I know when people genuinely fuck with me. Ain't about no money. So that's when it comes to my family. Like, nigga, it's about, nigga, you only call me when it's about money or something tragic happen. Call me just out of the blue, you know, like I do y'all. But a lot of them can't do it. Because they don't genuinely fuck with me. They only probably love me because I am blood. Or we go way back. But if that's all that is, then nigga, you don't really fuck with me. Because I'm not the same person. You didn't even get to know who the fuck I am right now. So that's how I look at that shit. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, people, I'm back. Let's get back into it.
A bit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just say something
That's
about-
my point.
No, first of all, and that's what I said, even brought in the Cuba shit. They don't tell the whole truth about why Castro did what he did. They want to whitewash it. Because the white Cubans, white European Cubans, that did get treated bad, and some of them, listen, that's why I said I'm not 100% I fuck with Castro. Because I know he did what he did. But a lot of them, the same people, when they had before Castro, they mistreated the black Cubans, and they was okay with that until Castro came into power, and he turned the tables on them. So remember that. But she acting like, oh, white bad. Listen, in America, yes, not all white people bad, but white is kind of bad. I know y'all like to change the narrative that black people bad, because that always been y'all thing. But if you look at the real history of America, white people always been bad. They've been more worse and bad than any other race in this country. They have hurt more people in this country than any other race. We can do as much black on black crime for a couple of decades, and we still wouldn't catch up with what racist white people did to black folks. Okay? Understand that. But they don't want to talk about that because it's uncomfortable, or it make them really come out to be the racists that they really genuinely are. And that ain't all of y'all, but don't want to have a conversation.
That is how it's done. Jillian Michaels is like a pit bull in there, right? She's not going to cede 1 inch of ground to all of these other panelists out there who are trying to spread factual misinformation, all right? Now, just to make sure we're all on the same page, if we look over here, yes, the White House has called for a comprehensive review of 8 Smithsonian museums. And down here, we have the official statement that this initiative aims to ensure alignment with the president's directives to celebrate American exceptionalism, remove divisive or partisan narratives, and restore confidence in our shared cultural institutions. So what Donald Trump is trying to do...
No, what that means is, this is the white people talking points. Racist ones. What they're going to do is whitewash history. It's no different than what DeSantis did in Florida. That's all they're going to do. That's all Trump trying to do. Because they don't want to make it seem like the racist white people was bad. These people still defend traitors. So why would I even think that y'all going to do the right thing of telling the real truth about American history? You don't even want to do Black History Month, but it's okay for us to keep celebrating presidents that were slaves. It's okay for y'all to keep wanting to put up statues of Confederates that was traitors of the country, but you don't want Black History Month. You don't want to sell anything. You don't want to celebrate anything or talk about anything about Black history. Because you know what it really is, though, about Black history that bothers them? The real truth. We was victims, but at the same time, we was fighters. See, we could be two things at once. But the racist white people, they wasn't that. They always been cowards. They always been racist. They always been bigoted. That's why they always trying to big up Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus was stupid. He didn't know shit. He was running from oppression. They don't ever tell you about who Christopher Columbus was in Europe, in the European countries. Because he was Italian. They was oppressing his bullshit pussy ass. And that's why his bitch ass got on the boat and did what he did. And he did not find America. He did not find America. He stumbled into finding America. He got lost, nigga. These motherfuckers didn't know how to fish. They didn't know how to do shit. We had the most racist, ignorant, stupid, dumb people from the European country to come over here. Then they started bringing some of the smart ones here and there. But they still did not know how to govern. Probably they two best racist ass presidents that they had was probably, falls in that slave time, was probably maybe George Washington. He was very smart. Even though he was a racist and a slave owner. And Abraham Lincoln, he was a slave owner too. And he was a racist. People forget that, they ignore that, he did what he did. But so what? So what? You just don't ignore his motherfucking past. He owned slaves. He owned more slaves then he had slaves free because I think they assassinated his ass. So fuck out of here. They don't want to talk about that though. That's why I said they don't want to talk about real history. They just want, whitewash shit. They don't want to tell who these people really was. Like, you just want to talk about how great they was. See, at least in Black history, we tell you the bad shit that happened to them and how they empowered people. You can't say that about a lot of your slave owners back in the day or your Confederate motherfuckers that y'all like to praise. Only white power. That's all y'all can do. Like I told y'all, the reason that America, a lot of them racists now, they not a lot now, but a lot of them you see that like Hitler because we helped Hitler be Hitler. Where the fuck you think Hitler got his whole program to enslave his own people and try to take over the world? Where do you think he got it from? He got it from America. Because they was already doing it before Hitler did what he did. Think about that. And then somehow black people ain't free. They made us, draft us, take us over there in their own, took us over there to fight that war like we was actually doing something good. We actually really wasn't. We actually was over there to cover our ass for what Hitler was taking away from us. So in the history books, it wouldn't look that way. But the history books is real. We all know where Hitler got a lot of his shit from. And how he mistreated his people. He got that from America. He started mistreating his people and got into power and did everything he did because of the racist white people. Their ancestors. And they don't want to talk about that though. It's all good though. Let's move on.
Is, of course, to unite America behind our shared history. Okay, but according to the left, he's actually trying to erase history because we're talking about this whole idea of, slavery. Okay, Donald Trump is trying to whitewash slavery. But here's how the left put slavery in context, right? Slavery was really bad, obviously, and because it was bad, it has led to sustained oppression of Black people here in this country, okay? But what they always want to ignore is the simple fact that what the Republicans believe is that we fought a war to end slavery. And in fact, it was the
time out. And that's the thing that they use. Back in the day, the Democrats that y'all see now was the Republicans. That was Abraham Lincoln and them. This the trick they do. The motherfucking racists that you see on the Republican Party side was the Democrats back in the day. They now want to talk about that. Yes, it was Republicans. But then they don't tell you too, to see this is where history comes in at. The Democrats, which is the Republicans that we know now, basically tried to take over the Republican Party. Mind you, it was still racist ass Republicans. Even with Martin Luther King and all that shit, it was still racist Republicans. Just like I tell y'all all the time about Democrats, it's still some racist ass Democrats. They just switched parties. That's all they did. That's all the racists did. They wanted to take over the Republican Party because they was moving a certain type of way. My whole thing is, do people really genuinely understand that? Of what the Republican Party that you see now was Democrats. Right? And now they're trying to blame the Democrats now that they switched parties. They had no choice because the Democrats at that time, the Republicans that was Republicans, they had to switch because the Democrats was trying to invade their party. That's what happened. They don't want to talk about that though. They want to act like, oh, the Democrats always been racist to black people. Let me ask y'all this question. Before Abraham Lincoln, let's put it this way. Before Abraham Lincoln, which party was it? Just the Democrats racist? Or was it the Republicans just racist? Go do your history. They both was racist. Both parties was racist. Even after the Civil War, it was both parties. They both was racist. Did you think did the Republicans stop the Dixiecrats at the time when we know is the Republican Party was the Confederate Party? Right? Which we know what that is now. Did they try to stop it? Did the Republican Party stop redlining? Did the Republican Party gave black people their rights of voting back in the day before the civil rights era? Did they do it? No, they did not. They all was on accord to that. They all did what they did. Not saying all of them was one trying to fight, but I'm telling you, a lot of them didn't. Okay? They all was racist. Both parties was racist. You can't play me. I know the history. Both parties was fucking racist. That's like I wouldn't sit here and act like it ain't some Democrats that I don't think that's racist. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Just think about that shit. They try to throw you off. Oh, the parties back then, he tried to go to. Motherfucker, they both was okay with slavery. And even after they fought the Civil War, it was still Republicans in southern states that owned slaves. What are you talking about? Neither party was great. You want to get all this prop to Abraham Lincoln? He still was a fucking racist. And he lied to black people. Because after black people fought in the war, helped them fight the war, because they started the war, and then they was losing the war, then they called on black people to fight the goddamn war. Abraham Lincoln did. And that's how they won the war. You know how they won the war? Because black people got into the war. Because we wasn't in the war at first, people. Go do your fucking history. Stop allowing racist ass white people to tell you about history. They whitewash shit. Abraham Lincoln wasn't this great motherfucker like y'all think. It was just the times back then. Well, okay. Well, motherfucker, we supposed to be in the good times now that you so upset about DEI to help even white women. Your own race. You against white women. And I told y'all about Christianity. That's not even black people's race. Like, we come from the motherland, nigga. We are spiritual. We're not religious like that. We're not with this Christianity, this Catholic shit. It's all bullshit. That's what the slave masters made us believe. It's not that we don't believe in a higher power, people. We never met the higher power. So we can't, the one thing about black people, we can't, like real motherfuckers that know what I'm talking about, we can't say God real or not. We don't know a God. How you gonna say a God is real? You never met him. Not in history they met God, nigga. They lying. They never met God. That's why I'm borderline an atheist, because these motherfuckers, listen, the history doesn't show that. The Bible don't even tell you that. The Bible is a lie. If you read the Bible, it's man, it's all on talk about man. They tell you Jesus is damn near equal to God. How's that? He's his son. Who helped make that nigga? God just created him? It's all bullshit. I'm telling y'all, man. Like I said, we don't know. Listen, we don't know if God is real or not. We don't know. They fuck with the Bibles, man. They fuck with history so much when it comes to religion. You can't even believe in that shit no more. How the fuck is God real? These motherfuckers are telling us that we should discriminate against people because of the color of their skin, because God said it. You got Christian nationalists, religious people that's Christians telling their own flock that. And then still sitting telling us God is real. How? Your God discriminates against, well, where the fuck we come from? You ever read the Mormon shit? Oh, man. I got this Mormon chick that I got, and I'm going to do a story on her, that she tells you that's how the Mormons taught her. She's not a Mormon no more. She used to be a Trump supporter too. But she used to be a racist. She tell you. That's what they taught us. With no proof. But these are the same people that tell you they free thinkers. They not free thinkers, bro. These people are in a cult. Religion is a cult. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't give a fuck what religion it is. It's a cult. None of that gods, they never seen him. They never seen him. Or her. They never seen him. So the fuck are you telling me? Who are you talking to me about? Please, stop. I don't believe in no religion like that. I don't. Am I a spiritual person? Do I believe it's a higher power? Yes. A lot of this shit that we live day-to-day life, you can't explain. That's how I know it's a higher power. But this religious shit, no, I don't believe in none of that shit. It could be Muslim, it could be whatever it is. Christianity, Catholic, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Judaism, I don't care. None of that shit means nothing to me. You motherfuckers is sitting here trying to recruit people. Have no proof, but you're recruiting innocent people, thought process, and they're raising children that way. I was one of them. I got raised by the church, the Christianity black church. And they get the fuck out of here, man. That's why I told you the motherfucking evangelicals, the nigga, they scam artists. How the fuck you got more money than everybody in your whole flock? Your flock struggling. But you live in $1 million mansions and got all the cars and all that shit. Just watch them pastors, man. A lot of them are all scam artists. The fuck out of here, man. You don't supposed to listen. As God, nigga, you supposed to live amongst the people. You read the Bible in a way. It tell you God lives amongst the people. He's not bigger and better than them. He actually dies for everybody so they can live. So these motherfuckers sitting there, oh, God said I got to have this and I got to have, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. We supposed to be out here locking up homeless people. Y'all think that's God says to do that? That's in the Bible. They okay with locking homeless people up. That's happening in DC. Right up the street from me, you might as well say. Shout out to the whole DMV. But yo, they're locking homeless people up. Remember they squatting and all that shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck? But y'all supposed to be religious folks. You lock it, you enslaving homeless people? What law they really break? They homeless. What law? Who are they hurting? Is they robbing and stealing? If they doing that, then okay, I'm okay with that. But if they not doing that, they're just homeless, they out there. What the fuck are you mad about? That goes to all you motherfuckers. Anna from Jake Yuga, all the motherfuckers. I don't like the homeless out there. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. People homeless for a reason. Listen, in real reality, in real life, no one's perfect. It's good and it's evil. And it's people that just ain't shit. And it's people that is the shit. But if I'm the shit, I don't get the shit on the motherfuckers that ain't the shit. Who the fuck am I? How am I better? Because you know why? Because every time I see the motherfucker that ain't shit, I could have been that. That's how I look at it. I'm just nigga. Listen, I actually wish the high power would give me fortune in the way I want it. Because if I had that type of fucking money, I take care of people, man. This shit ain't about you. If you okay in your life, just okay, nigga, you live a life, you good. You better off than a fucking homeless person. Somebody ain't got nothing. You way better off. If you struggle at a 9-to-5 job, you better than a homeless motherfucker. You debating what bill I'm gonna pay or something like that, you still better than a homeless motherfucker. No disrespect to them, but you better than them. Well, you better off. I say that. I ain't say you better than them. You better off. The fuck are you motherfuckers sitting out here acting like you despise the homeless? Motherfucker, you a paycheck away from that. If the infrastructure of the economy get fucked up, you ain't that far from it. You know what the crazy shit about it is? I know that. I understand that. Even I'm 44 years old. And I ain't never lived in half of my life. I say half of my life. But shit, a little bit more, half of it in my life. I never been that poor. I never been as poor like a homeless person as much as I've been having a couple of dollars and making it and progressing. But I don't forget when I was poor. And I don't forget when I was homeless. When I had shit. When I was picking up hamburgers out the dirt or the gutter. I never forget that. I don't give a fuck how much money I get, how successful I may get, or little I do get. I never forget that. I don't forget that motherfuckers in my own community was calling me dirty. You don't forget that. And so for motherfuckers to sit out here acting like, oh, what you think the fucking homeless smell like? They stink. They gonna stink, motherfuckers. You motherfuckers act like you better. You ain't better than nothing. And the bad part about it is that a lot of people think they better than the homeless. The people that ain't got shit. And then think about it. These are the same motherfuckers in society. This ain't just a race thing. This is a society thing. And motherfuckers really still think that they're better than another motherfucker. You so much better. Okay, cool. What happens when you ain't got shit? You gotta call another motherfucker for something, don't you? That's why I don't never think I'm better than nobody, nigga. When I'm in a tight spot, nigga, I call certain people. Actually, it ain't even certain people. It's one motherfucker I call. I ain't gonna put that name out there, but it's one motherfucker I call when I financially I'm fucked, or I need certain things to help me, to get me back on track. You niggas acting like y'all so perfect. Y'all get your life together. Nigga, you niggas out here, a lot of y'all just flaunt shit. And you ain't really like that. You the same people be out here stunting. I call that shit stunting. That shit is stunting. You ain't really got it like that. Cause let me tell you something. A motherfucker that got it, you ain't got to stunt. All these motherfuckers sit out there, they be stunting on people because they ain't really got it. They just got a little bit more better than some others. That's it. I'm very sick of that shit. I'm very sick of people doing that shit. Like they better than the homeless. You have no problem with these motherfuckers in DC locking up the homeless people for nothing. You have no problem with that. I got more problem with that. Now I problem with the immigration shit. That's my issue. See, the one thing about the homeless that I do know is that when people are homeless, you catch anybody out that bitch. They could have had something. They could have had a name. They could have served the country. They could have did anything. Drug dealer, drug addict, whatever. You can catch anybody out there to be homeless. See, being homeless ain't got no motherfucking certain, all these different type of titles of homelessness. If a motherfucker homeless, they homeless. No matter what they had or what they don't have. Like I said, people think they better than everybody, man. A lot of people think that. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, let me hit people. Let me hit people behind the scenes, man. I gotta talk to my brother L too. See what's going on with him. So I'm out, people. Yeah, that shit pissed me off, man. Like I don't like that. I don't like people thinking they better than people because you really not. Nobody better than nobody, man. Like I said, motherfuckers come in this world. We don't know what we gonna be. Like, you know, everybody born the same, right? Other than skin color, right? But other than that, you all born the same. You don't know what your life going to wind up being. It depends who the fuck is raising you. So, you know, I always got an issue with that. But anyway, people, leave your comments, hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world. Make sure you guys donate to the channel if you can. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. We out this motherfucker.